What's
Good
up,
evening,
IFAM?
You're probably wondering why we're starting, well, if you're not following me on Instagram, you're probably wondering why we're starting the vlog in the dark. If you are following me on Instagram, then you'll have seen our daily vlog, because I kind of daily vlogged on Instagram instead today, because we thought we'd do a Q&A. We haven't done one of these for ages, and lots of you guys like them and keep saying when you're going to do another Q&A. So the answer to that is right now.
Today.
So we're going to get straight into the Q&A. I asked the question on Instagram, ask me any question. There was about...
so bad.
I know, sorry about the lighting. There was literally about 3,000 questions, so obviously we're not going to answer all those. But we're going to get straight into it with this one. Do the girls still get birthday bags when it's not their birthday? Yes, they do. Most of the time, not every single birthday, but most birthdays. It's something we've always done. It's something that we did show on vlog, but we don't show on vlogs anymore, just because it just causes too much controversy in the comments. The birthday girls vlog always ends up being, I don't agree with this, the other girls shouldn't get anything, instead of happy birthday, child. And there's always so much arguments in the comments, so we don't ever show it anymore. But Isabelle's birthday's just been. Esme and Isla and Jace didn't get anything on Isabelle's birthday, just because we're travelling and it's hard and we don't do it if it's not easy to do. On Esme's and Isla's birthday, we did. Can't remember for Jace's. Did we get them anything on Jace's? I feel like we did.
Oh no.
I can't remember. Anyway, we do, yeah. Most of the time, we just don't film it anymore because it's just causes too much controversy in the comments.
Would you ever do more planned videos, etc., like challenges?
Or stick to vlogs.
Or stick to vlogs. So this is a question that we've been asked a lot, actually, and we've thought about a lot ourselves. Basically, when we started doing this, we didn't have any intentions of it becoming big or a business or popular or anything like that. We just wanted to document ourselves for ourselves. And then when it got popular, daily vlogs were really popular, showcasing people's lives was popular, and people were really into it for a long time. And then there was a time about a year ago or so, or maybe just a year and a half
Probably
ago,
2 years maybe.
Yeah, where challenges and things like that got really popular, and daily vlogs weren't so popular. And there was a lot of like channels like daily vlog that that suffered from that, including us. And
there was a lot of daily vloggers that jumped on the bandwagon basically, because business-wise that was a sensible thing to do. Their channels picked up views because they were doing what was in demand on YouTube.
Like in trend or whatever, right?
It was in trend to do skits and daily vlogs and challenges, and so they jumped on that and their views were amazing and shot up. We didn't, just because that's not what we want our channel to be. We want to be able to look back on our vlogs when we're older and know that and see the memories that we made, not see skits or challenges. I mean, it's nice to do a fun challenge every now and again. We have done a couple, but it's just not what we want our channel to be about. We want to do daily vlogs that families can sit and watch together. So that's why we didn't really jump on the trend of doing challenges or pranks or things like that. We wanted to stay true to what our channel was originally made for, and that was daily vlogs.
Yeah, also doing things like that, doing things like planned videos and stuff daily is more ridiculously demanding than I could even explain to you. It's not sustainable long term. Yeah, long term it's not sustainable. You'll send yourself mad. Like, yeah, but they don't. Days when you, I feel like channels that did jump on the bandwagon and did do that. Yeah, they burnt out of doing that though, and they stopped doing it every day. Then they stopped doing it once every other day. Then it was like once a week. There's lots of channels that have done that over time.
It is demanding.
Or they've moved back to daily vlogging or whatever. Daily vlogging itself is ridiculously demanding. Don't get me wrong, it is. But when you don't have a structure to what you're filming every day, you're just filming what you're doing. That's hard enough, especially when you're like, oh, what am I going to film today? I'm not doing anything. What am I going to film today? That's really hard.
Fresh ideas.
But having to think of like fresh ideas for like funny games or stuff like that every day, or a new prank every day or stuff like that,
it's not
especially
real life,
if you're doing it every day, it's just it takes over your entire day for one. So you don't end up doing anything else, and it's really mentally draining. Like more than I could ever tell you. That's why you see, a lot of YouTubers, tapering off from uploading all the time to uploading half the schedule, then uploading even less, because they just get burnt out from doing that over and over again.
But I feel like our main reason was that's not what we created our channel for.
No.
And so if we have to take a hit on views because we don't want to jump on the trend, then that's fine with me. That's fine with me. Our channel is always been just about daily vlogs, and that's what it will always be. We'll never change our content. Even if YouTube algorithm changes, we'll always stay true to what we started out to do.
Which it does all the time. Yeah. But it is what it is. You go through peaks and waves, and no matter what, we'll just stay true to what we do, and that's this. So,
what's the number one must-have, can't live without on a road caravan? On the road caravan essential?
I'll tell you mine. A car. Something we ain't got right now.
Yeah, probably a car.
Oh, have we? Come back tomorrow and find out.
Yeah, maybe we got a new one.
Something happened today. What? What are you dropping that for?
Probably a kettle. You just can't beat after a day just having a cup of tea. Maybe that's showing my age. Well, I'm not old.
I'm just going to throw this out as well on my camera, because if I couldn't film it, I'd just be like...
Yeah, there's so much to see when you're on the road. Like, some of the best parts of our trip are shots that you guys don't even see, or things that you guys don't even see, because we're so busy like, whoa, look at that, whilst we're driving. It's pretty incredible. So yeah, it's good to have a camera.
That's the thing as well, when you're smashing down like your day's footage into a video, a daily vlog video, sometimes some of the best footage doesn't make the cut because it just doesn't fit with the theme that the video turns out to be, or the music or anything. It just don't fit in, or there's too much. And there's so many days like that, so many days, so many endless like external drives that we've got full of just footage upon footage upon footage of places that, you know, you guys have never seen.
We've got so many external drives.
We could do some mega outtake movies. How
does Isla feel about homeschooling? As you didn't mention her much in the video, there's been about 1,700 comments, questions on here about Isla because I didn't mention her in the video. And there's also been a few on this thread here saying, I thought Isla loved school, why did you pull her out? So there was no reason I didn't mention Isla, mainly because there's not a big change in Isla. So I've seen a big change in Isabelle, and I've seen a big change in Esme as well. Haven't seen a big change in Isla. And the reason that we've taken her out as well is because she wanted to. She had the choice. Can you put your head up, mate?
I'm just having a scratch when I've got a right mozzie on my leg, so sorry guys.
It was Esme and Isabelle, mainly Isabelle to start with, who wanted to homeschool. And then we had the chat when we decided we were going to homeschool with the other two and asked what would you guys like to do? Especially with Esme, because she was about to start year 7, which is high school, and it's kind of a big year. So we weren't sure what she'd prefer to do, but she wanted to homeschool. And then Isla was like, not really bothered. Don't mind. She wasn't really bothered, was she? And so we said, well, it's up to you, it's your choice, and she decided to homeschool. The reason that I always said why did you take Isla out when she loves school? Isla loves learning. It's not that she loves school or she loves homeschool, she just loves learning in general. She's very interested in everything, she's very inquisitive. If you watched my daily vlog on Instagram, then you'll see that we were looking in our book, one of our topic books today, and she read one fact about a tsunami, and it sparked a massive interest in tsunamis, natural disasters, and we've literally spent all day researching, and she can tell you how tsunamis happen now. She just loves to learn. The reason I didn't mention her very much in the video was just because there's just not much to say about Isla. She's always been a sponge, she's very clever, and I think that she will really thrive with homeschooling.
Yes, she will. She's doing.
Because she can learn more. Do you remember in school when we had to go in, because every single week she got 10 out of 10 on her spellings, and they'd bring them home on a Monday and I'd say on a Tuesday, let's sit down and do your spellings, and she said, don't need to know them all. And so we had to go into school and be like, can you give her harder spellings? And they were saying, well, I can't remember what they said about it. We can really push Isla now more, rather than her having to stick to what's been learned in the classroom. We can push her more in areas that she excels in, and so homeschooling is going to be great for her too. I should probably mention that when I did that video.
Do you have plans to venture further than Europe on your road trip? Well, my friend, that would be telling.
Yes,
but you will find out very soon.
Yes, we do.
You will find out very soon.
We've got a lot more of Europe that we want to see in our caravan first. How is your Nana doing, considering that you're not able to see her? I speak to my Nana most days. She rings most days, and I miss her massively. And I know she misses us too. It's really difficult I struggled with agreeing to do this trip solely because of my Nana, because I am very close to her, and I know that her highlight of the week is when I go up and take her out to the shops and things. But yeah, I do miss her, and she's coping really well. She rings me most days, and she's actually got my niece that goes round and spends time with her as well.
She's got some extra support at home, basically.
Yeah, she's got some extra support, so she's doing really well. Are you vegetarian? Yes, we are, but very newly vegetarian. And there's quite a lot of questions asking how we feel and do you feel any different. I feel quite a lot. I feel better. I don't feel as tired and as sluggish.
I've definitely I feel a million. I know it sounds cliche, but I feel a million times better.
We were talking about it today actually. It's really weird.
I wake up feeling good rather than waking up feeling like I need to go back to bed like most nights. I don't know. I just for a long time I used to wake up and just feel awful. Like I was just like, oh, I can't wake up, and I know I didn't sleep a lot, I don't sleep a lot, but it wasn't that, it was just, I don't know what it was, but I feel good, I feel energised. If maybe it's where I am, I don't know, but I feel good, I feel energised, I've you know, I just feel good. I just feel, yeah.
Why do you not travel the world and rent a house like another family does? We are traveling the world. We are traveling. We don't want to rent a house because I feel like that commits you to one place for a long time, and we want to travel around different places, and so that's why we don't want to rent a house.
We just want to do it this way. We want to do it on the road.
Yeah, I want to do it on the road.
We
see
don't
so much more.
Yeah, we don't want to stay in one place for too long. We want to do it by road so we see everything, you know?
Yeah.
That's why. Plus, to be fair, we like having the security of our home.
There was another question about that. In fact, I might as well answer it now because there's lots of people have said, are you still selling your house? Do you still have your house? Do you have plans to sell your house, etc, etc? There's a lot of questions about that, and a lot of people saying, why don't you sell your house? The main reason for that is because I like personally having the security of having a home to go home to if we need to. If anybody got ill, if we had any problems like we've had with the car, but more serious ones that we weren't able to fix, if we had illness or anything like that, or just any reason, I need this to know that we've got a home to go home to. Yeah,
we've got a home at home with all our home comforts in. It's all just
it's all just there for
locked up, ready to go whenever we want it. So I like that as well.
Yeah. I know some people like to be more adventurous and just sell everything and go, but I just don't think that life's for me. I like to know that I've got.
It's not just that. I think that a lot of people obviously like, if you don't need to do that, especially like financially stuff as well. If you don't need to set up to go, then don't do it. Then I guess
your home's like an investment if you own your home.
Yeah.
Like our homes are like an investment. So yeah, we've got quite a lot of money that we pay each month for it, but it's an investment that we'll always have if we ever need it in the future.
How do you stay so positive when so many things seem to be going wrong on this trip for us? It hasn't really. Like, yes, we've had a lot of bad luck with cars for sure, but overall, generally, like, you know.
Our day-to-day life's amazing.
Yeah, our life's amazing.
We're so lucky. The amount of times on this trip that we've said, can you believe what we're doing? Do you know how lucky we are?
Multiple times
a day. We say it to the girls, do you realise what we're doing? Like, we're so lucky to be able to do this. Don't ever forget how lucky we are.
Yeah.
We say that constantly because I never, ever, ever want us or our children to take for granted this amazing opportunity that we've been given. It's so rare that people are in a position to be able to do this, and I am so grateful
to all of you guys
for watching our videos and enabling us to do this. It's just incredible. What was the original question?
So
that's why we stay so positive.
That's what, because of you guys basically, and because of the life we're able to live because of you guys that watch these videos every day and appreciate what we do and just love our family basically. So thank you so much for that. Obviously we've had some really bad luck with the cars. Still are having bad luck with the cars, but
we'll get over it.
You know, it is what it is, and it'll hopefully come back fixed in a few days' time, and everything will be all good, and we'll be on the road again, all good and fine. And so thank you. We've got so much to be positive about, basically.
What has been your favourite country this summer? My daughter Summer loves watching you guys. Hi Summer, thank you so much. My favourite country this year has been the Maldives because it was a lifelong dream of mine to visit there. I still can't believe we got to go there, and it was just the most incredible, beautiful place I've ever seen in my whole entire life.
Hands down agree.
I can't wait to go back.
Hands down agree. And Afzal, if you're watching this, mate, we miss you, man.
We talk about Afzal and the girls talk about Afzal all the time.
We love you, man. We'll see you soon.
Will you be visiting many more countries on your road trip?
You stop throwing questions out when I'm still gawping at them like this. Trying to read them, she starts busting them out. I'm not ready for my cameo yet.
I'm so happy for you all. Did you guys get that? Will you be visiting more countries on this road trip? At least 4 or 5 different countries that we'll be visiting on this road trip after we've visited Portugal.
We're already in Portugal.
Oh yeah.
Sorry to disappoint
you. Know when you say something and you're like, oh.
Yeah, every day. I'm like, behind camera.
You all honestly look so much healthier and well since going vegetarian, by the way. Thanks.
Thank you so much.
I think my double chin's going. What do you guys think? So joking. What do you do in your spare time? Genuinely don't have even a second of spare time during the day. Like, we don't have any spare time. We end up going to bed stupidly late because the day just flashes away with us.
When you've got, especially when you've got a toddler, like if like Jace was like older like the girls, there could possibly be like an hour or 2 chill time at some point in the days. But generally we're so busy between like this and the businesses at home and the girls, etc. We never ever stop, and we always go to bed stupidly late. It's it's mad. It's a mad life. But we'll sleep when we're done. Yeah, that was the most stupid thing I've ever said. Okay.
But how do you stay so positive with all the horrible comments and opinions on your poor family?
We don't care.
Yeah, I feel like you've got to just put it into perspective. Sometimes it's easy to take something that someone says to you to heart, or when they've got an opinion on something you do, and they portray that in a nasty way. But I think you've just got to remember, you've just got to think about, you've got to put it into perspective. There's always going to be people that don't agree with what you do. We've got so much love and support, and I feel like sometimes when things are said in such a negative and nasty and spiteful way, it says more about them as a person than it does about you as a person. You know who you are, you know that you're being true to yourself, and so it doesn't really matter what other people say. But thank you for that lovely comment.
Don't care.
And straight out, we don't care.
Yeah. The internet's given like all the nasty weirdos like a voice in the world, which is like really scary. But yeah, jog on, mate, carry on. We don't care.
Does Esme and Isla want their own bedrooms? Esme does, Isla doesn't. Is Jace vegan with you guys? And does Chris sneakily go to eat ham off camera?
What? Oh no.
Chris is probably more against meat than anybody else in the family. Once he gets something in his head, that's it, it's done. He's absolutely done.
Genuinely, no joke, no lie, anything. I will never, for the rest of my life, ever put meat from an animal in my mouth. Ever.
It's so weird. We're not vegan, by the way. We're just not eating meat. But I had a dream the other day. I smelt bacon sandwich. When you're in a campsite like this, often people have bacon sandwiches, and I smelt one. I was like, oh my gosh, I love bacon sandwiches. And that night, I kid you not, this happened. I had a dream about a bacon sandwich, and I was eating it, and I opened the bacon sandwich and there was a pig's foot in my sandwich with loads of fat around it.
So weird.
And I can't even think about that dream now without feeling ill, and I completely gone off the thought of a bacon sandwich. Like, I never want to eat a bacon sandwich ever again, because all I will think about is that dream and a pig's foot in my sandwich. Will you be replacing Sarah's car with a similar one, or will you go for something different? More on that tomorrow in the vlog. In fact,
yes,
a lot
tomorrow
of that,
night, and you'll have all those questions answered, actually.
Yes, you
funnily
will.
enough.
A few people have asked if we donate to charities, and if so, where do we donate? We do donate to quite a few charities each month. I'm going to leave a couple of links in the description box down below on which ones we donate to.
We'll probably forget to put them in, so we're really sorry for you guys. We always do.
You always do, not
always
me.
Do.
I'll remind you. The ones that mean something to us and the ones that we donate to. Do you ever lose your beep sometimes under stress, or are you always calm? Oh yes, we do lose our beep sometimes. I think sometimes people forget that we are just normal people. There's a lot of questions saying, there's one from a lovely lady saying, how did you raise such well-mannered children who never argue? Thank you so much. Our girls are very, very well-mannered.
But they do argue.
But they do argue, yeah. They do argue, they're just normal sisters. But with the manners and things, I think it's important to bring your children up to be respectful, to explain to them that not everybody in the world is the same. There's people with different feelings, there's people with different opinions, there's people with different abilities, disabilities, and just explain all that to your children and make them understand that despite all of that, we are all human and we're all the same. The girls are really, really well mannered. Chris is just picking the scooter up, guys. How many hours of homeschooling do the girls do a day? So some days it's like 3 hours, some days it's like 4 hours, and some days it's like half an hour. It really just depends. Quite a lot of you guys have asked if we'll do a homeschooling routine, and show you guys what resources we use and things, so we will do that real soon. Why do you feel the need to justify your actions and choices? Do you really care what people think? No, I don't care what people think, and the amount that we do ignore is actually crazy. But what I do care about is the complete injustification of blatant lies that are made up. Like,
so much.
There is an insane amount of complete and utter lies made up about us, about our family, about our children, about our lives, and that does irritate me. I know it shouldn't, because in the grand scheme of things it doesn't matter. No one cares, no one listens. But when you get things like, if you were in this position, for example, and somebody was just making up complete and utter lies to make you look bad as a person, or a wife, or a mum, or whatever, it's going to affect you. And so I don't care what people think and if people have opinions on what we do, but I do care when complete and utter lies are spread as fact. That irritates me.
What type of camping do you prefer, car trouble aside, RV like Scotland, or caravanning? There's two answers to this. For me, RV, wild camping in a van, for me, definitely. I love the idea of wild camping everywhere. I love the fact that you can just rock up somewhere and then you're done, you're parked, you can park anywhere. Whereas with a caravan, our caravan is custom set up, so we can wild camp in it as well. It's got like the solar panels, it's got the special battery that allows us to power everything when we're wild camping. It's got all that sort of stuff, so we can wild camp with it, but it's much harder to wild camp in a caravan just because of the fact that it's much bigger than a van. It's not as manoeuvrable as a van, so you can't squeeze into little places. So I was just trying to find
sorry that I'm looking
our last
down.
one. We're doing our last one now, but yeah, so it's harder to wild camp in a caravan, although it can be done. But for me, yeah, I'd prefer not to be on a campsite. I'd prefer to be wild camping in somewhere random.
And I'm the opposite. I much prefer the luxury and comforts.
Oh, that's the other thing as well.
Site.
Is towing a big caravan like this kind of stops you from using some of the really back off-road roads that are the best type of roads to find and to see things on. So yeah, definitely for me in a van. When we planned this trip, we hadn't done Scotland. We hadn't even put Scotland on the plans when we planned this trip and when we bought this caravan. Scotland wasn't even really on the plans, and so we discovered the love of wild camping and the love of proper van life, like in a van, doing that, and we're going to go back to that soon.
Yeah, I prefer caravan. I just like that you've got so much more space. I love that you can have the big awning out, and you've got like your bedroom, which is the caravan, you've got your living room, which is the awning, you've got your kitchen, which is this outdoor space we've got now. I absolutely just blooming love it.
Don't get me wrong, I love caravan life as well. I love the idea of, I love both the lifestyles, and they're very similar in both ways as well. Like, we do wild camping this on the way to places. We wild camped most nights on our way to Portugal, and it was fantastic. Like, it just requires a little bit more planning with a big caravan.
Yeah.
If you had a smaller caravan, it wouldn't do, but with a big caravan like this, it just requires a bit more thought and a bit more planning. Whereas if you're in a van, like we were in Scotland, you know, you don't really need it to plan out. You just rock up wherever you want to, sort of thing, and it doesn't really matter what you're doing. So yeah.
Last question, and I wasn't going to answer this because I thought surely it's just a child asking this question, but I have been sent it in a private message on Instagram, and I did have an argument on Facebook, our family Facebook page, with a lady as well. So it's not just children saying this, and it's so irritating. So the question is, Chris is like, what? I can't exactly remember how it was worded, but it was something along the lines of, why is Jace so delayed in his speech?
What?
I know. I'm going to give you guys 3 facts. These are not my opinions, these are actual proper facts.
Let me give you one fact before you start. Jace is the most talkative. That boy can speak.
Right.
Like, there's people going on what you see in a daily vlog. Oh yeah, if it wasn't a daily vlog, it didn't happen, or it doesn't happen because it's not featured in the vlogs.
Right. Fact number 1, that's true. You see 20 minutes of our day, just because we don't film.
We sell merch with this on, you know. We sell, if it wasn't vlogged, it didn't happen, go buy some, man. You know, you obviously believe it, so go get yourself a hoodie and sport it everywhere and tell the world. You know, 20 minutes, it didn't happen in the 20 minutes, it didn't happen. We never sleep, because we never film that, do we? We don't ever go to the toilet, we don't film that, do we? No. Jace don't speak because we hardly film it, do we? Oh yeah, right, yeah, right.
I can't go up with you, stop it. Let me answer.
See, that's the type of people that really get me, man.
Right, really, no, let me just give my facts. Okay, number 1, Chris is right, we film 20 minutes of our day. Just because we don't film it doesn't mean it doesn't happen. Number 2, Jace can say around 25 to 30 words independently on his own. And not only that, but if we tell him to say something,
also,
which we do multiple times a day, for example, Jace, do you want a yogurt? Say yogurt. Jace, do you want to go on the slide? Say slide.
Who says it?
Look, Jace, it's green. Say green. That's how we go day to day with Jace, and he always attempts to say the word we ask him to say.
Always.
Doesn't always get it right, but 99% of the time he makes a very good try at the word. His vocabulary is great. Not only that, but he's only just turned 17 months and he can join words. So he can say love you, or I do.
Yes, please.
Or yes, please. I mean, yes, please doesn't sound like yes, please, but we know he's saying yes, please, and he says it in the relevant context. So if you pass him something, or you say, Jace, do you want this? We know he's saying yes, please. If I called my health visitor and said, I think my baby's delayed, can I get him into speech therapy? Because that's what someone told me. Why have you not got him in there yet? Bad parents.
Oh my Lord.
She would laugh. If at 17 months old I rang her and said, my baby's not saying enough words, can he go to speech therapy? I'd be laughed at. Like, I genuinely would be laughed at. Children learn at their own pace. And anybody that thinks differently to that is so unbelievably ignorant. I can't stand, there's nothing that irritates me more when people say, how old's your baby? 5.5 months. Are they not sitting up unaided yet? 9 months old? What? They're not crawling yet. 12 months old? Why are they not walking yet? It's so unbelievably ridiculous. All children learn at their own pace, and that's okay. If a child has a speech delay, if your child gets to 2.5, and they don't have a wide-ish vocabulary of words that they can say, that is not the parent's fault. It is not something the parent's done, and therefore it could have been prevented in 99% of the cases. And it's definitely not something that the parent should then feel belittled or like they've done something wrong. I can't believe that as grown adults, because it is adults that's saying this, are already at 17 months old saying you're behind. Like, it's such a negative and crazy world that we're bringing our children up in. Like, it actually scares me. You have expectations by 17 months and you're behind if you're not hitting those expectations, and your parents are rubbish. It's just, I can't believe that that's the way people think. What's that saying that
woman sent me the other day, which is so true? When they can't find anything wrong with you, actually, they make it up. And that's exactly true. That's that. You know, that's the end of that. It's just false.
Yeah. Jace is not speech delayed, for anybody that's concerned at all. He's very, very, very advanced in what he can say. He's just turned 17 months old like a week or two ago. And do your research, go and Google it if you need to.
That boy surprises me daily about how clever and special he is in the way he speaks, in the way he interacts, in the way he understands everything.
I was about to say, it's not just that he can say words, he understands what he's saying.
Everything. Man, that kid, he's the easiest, breeziest kid ever. He's a mega, that kid.
It's so cute.
Yeah, that's just false, babe.
Yeah, but I did want to answer that because I can't be bothered with people saying that. I can't be bothered with any more questions coming at me saying Jace is delayed, because it's just ridiculous.
And to be fair, like Sarah's right, she's not just saying this off a whim. You know, we do get like a few idiots, quite a few idiots saying stupid stuff like that, but it's just a way to try and attack us. Again, you know, whatever, get alive.
It just annoys me, like, you know, calling children failures and delayed at such a young age is just so bad. And you know,
it's bad calling them at any age.
They learn at their own pace. Children learn everything at their own pace. Adults learn everything at their own pace, and it's so wrong to label children at any age. They should be doing this by that age. If you've got concerns, then, you know, obviously take your child to a speech therapist if they're over 2 and they're not saying anything at all. But 17 months, come on now, that's ridiculous.
Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Let's not end it on a negative note. Tomorrow is shaping up to be an absolute banger of a day. No, it is 100% a banger of a day. And we've got some mega news to tell you as well tomorrow, which is going to be so good. I can't wait, I'm excited. I'm looking at it right now. I'm not looking at Sarah. Anyway, guys, we'll see you tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. If you don't, what you're doing, not thumbs down, thumbs up. That's what we're talking about. And we'll see you here tomorrow at 5 o'clock.
Good night, guys.
Good night, guys.